I'm a persecuted Christian video talade ordet psykpersecution på called Gangstalked videos. And since I'm a Christian being taught with Gangstalked videos, that means I'm a persecuted Christian. Today I'm gonna look at a video on gangstalking by Sam Vaknin. Professor Sam Vaknin. Gangstalking is real, should be studied. Conference keynote speech. This is a video by Professor Sam Vaknin.
Victimhood.
I'm a target of gangstalking, so I have experience with the. I have experiential knowledge of gangstalking. I've been taught for more than a decade with gangstalking. What is gangstalking? It's a persecution program. There's different forms of gangstalking. There's some people that can be gangstalked at a lower level without being targeted by the persecution program called gangstalking. So there's a gangstalking program. That's what I'm told with. State persecution. The Swedish state, I live in Sweden, the Swedish state is involved in gangstalking. And it's abused by proxy, where the program recruits flying monkeys to target me in real life and online. Now, online is part of your real life. So if you're talking video, living your life and you go online, you'll be targeted online. So I'm a target individual, I'm targeted with gangstalking. And what does gangstalking mean? It means I'm the target of a secret persecution program called gangstalking of target videos. It's a state persecution program. And people get recruited, so-called flying monkeys, to target me with narcissistic voice abuse tactics, online and offline.
Gangstalking is a relatively new phenomenon, which could be dated back safely to the rise of
gangstalking is real. Most online so-called target videos are not. There's a lot of fake target videos active online. They work for the program, and they work to discredit the topic of gangstalking with the crazy talk. Hence all the talk about direct energy weapons, V2K, RMM, and all this other crazy talk. So fake target videos get put up to discredit the topic of gangstalking by bringing up gangstalking, claim to be a TI, and then throwing a lot of crazy talk into the mix. How does that look like? Well, if I go on a forum on gangstalking and write, hi, I'm Alexa, I'm a target video of gangstalking, they will send fake TIs. I've seen this happen, Flashback forum, a Swedish online forum, and I found a thread on gangstalking there. And I log in. This is real, I'm targeted with it. And there's going to be people coming in there. Yes, we gangstalked, they remote controlling us, they got a chip in our brain, this type of stuff. So a big part of how they work to discredit gangstalking target videos is with crazy talking fake target videos. Crazy talk means people that are working to discredit the topic with crazy, unearthly bullshit, basically.
social justice movements such as...
So how do I get targeted? Gangstalking is both, they target you both physically and psychologically. I can only speak for myself. And gangstalking is similar to the Zersetzen program that the German government had in the 70s and 80s. This program. The program that I'm talking about, gangstalking persecution program, is similar to the Zersetzen program that the German government had in the 70s and 80s. And the former head of the Los Angeles FBI, Ted Garrison, confirmed in a sworn affidavit the gangstalking target videos is real.
So I took a signed statement from Pam, put it on.
I have a video on that on my channel. Gangstalk is real. I get targeted with Gangstalk. I've been on for more than a decade. Gangstalk is a secret persecution program. And I've been targeted both physically and psychologically. Food poisoning, I've been sprayed with chemicals. I got shot in the leg with a dart gun or something similar. I've been attacked in violent ways. I've been poisoned. I've been attacked physically by the program in violent ways. I've had mail intercepted, opened and resealed and contaminated. And a bulk of the target is so-called narcissistic dog abuse tactics where flying monkeys, people will get recruited and put up to target me with narcissistic dog abuse tactics. Subtle targeting.
Me too. In victimhood gangstalking, people who self-identify as victims, people whose victimhood constitutes their entire identity. These people group together, collude and collaborate
This is
against
a big
someone
part of the
who is
targeting.
ostensibly.
This is a big part of how I get targeted. Narcissistic dog abuse tactics. This is a big part of the targeting that I get. The psychological targeting. Where flying monkeys that work for the program get put up to do narcissistic dog abuse tactics. Here are some common ways they may use dog whistling to correctly abuse you. The program uses this tactic to target individuals. And this is one of the most common ways that I get targeted. Degrading in front of others, underhandedly humiliate you. Dishing out covert threats. And they do this through flying monkeys, which is called abuse by proxy. Dishing out covert threats, covertly abusing, re-traumatizing, gaslighting one-on-one by making references to your past traumas, wounds, and triggers. This is one of the most common ways. And this month, like the last 30 days, I've been targeted this way by flying monkeys of the Gangstalked persecution program. And the truth is the truth. I'm not going to shy away from that. I've gotten more bold over time, and I'm going to stay bold. Okay, unapologetically speak the truth. And I don't care. Yes, I know people say I'm crazy. That they've been doing that consistently. A lot of people that come and call me crazy are paid to say that I'm crazy. They work for the program, and they will come in. This guy's crazy, is paranoid. Nobody's out to get him. The truth is the truth. I'm a told video, told with gang soccer, told videos. And since I'm a Christian, being taught with this persecution program called gang stalking, that means I'm a persecuted Christian. And I've had attempts at my life. I've been attacked physically. I've been poisoned. They do target you physically, but a big part of the targeting is the psychological targeting, harassment, narcissistic abuse tactics. Gang stalking is not just narcissistic abuse. It's not just harassment and like bullying behavior. It's a war. I've been targeted physically. I had permanent damage to my right leg. I got shot in the leg with something in the corner store years back by one of the perps. And I suspect that could have been an assassination attempt. It could have been something similar to the CIA dart gun, CIA heart attack gun. I got shot in the leg with something, and I still have an unspotted right leg from that. I've been sprayed with chemicals and other public from cars, and perps have covert devices to hold in the hand, walk past me, spray something on me. Not obviously, where it's like this, but they like hold something in the hand and walk past it discreetly, and you're sitting eating at a restaurant, and you walk past and you feel something hit your face. So that's how they operate. That's a part of the targeting. I've been targeted both physically and psychologically, and it really is disgusting. It's maddening. It makes me furious at times. It stays with you. Where the last 30 days I've had interactions with flying monkeys work for the program doing these narcissist always abuse tactics to me. And it's like in the moment I'm kind of ignoring it. But it will come to the surface later on and be like, just come into mind and start drive me mad and make me furious. It really affects you. It really is detrimental. And I'm not going to pretend like, oh, I'm a tough guy, nothing to do bother me. Yeah, I'm tough, I'm strong, I'm resilient. But what they do really affects me. It really, okay. So I don't have to overcompensate because I am a tough guy. I am masculine. I'm a warrior. I'm strong. I don't have to overcompensate. But yeah, I'm tough. Nothing these people do bothers me or something like this. Like that's not even a sign of strength. Their evil doesn't bother you. Their evil people and their super wicked evil behavior doesn't bother you. It's not a sign of strength. And true strength is not being unaffected by everything. It's being super affected and being able to carry on and then keep going. So I've been targeted by flying monkeys in real life the last 30 days in this way with narcissist OSB's tactics in real despicable ways. There's even several Christian ministries and pastors that have targeted me for the program where with narcissist OSB's tactics, that's one of the most common ways that I get targeted by the program. I subscribe to start checking out Do the Bible Church, let's say, Christian YouTube channel. Doesn't take long until the pastor starts doing narcissist OSB's tactics in his videos. Because I'm a told video, I started watching his videos. I started watching the video uploads and they get told to start working on narcissist OSB's tactics, triggers, references to trauma, whatever. They work to make you feel abused and violated, and it truly is disgusting. Dula Bible Church is a gangstalking church, one of these churches that taught me for the program with narcissist OSB's tactics. Andy Woods is another pastor that's taught me the same way. Ralph Corn is another one. And there's people in this city where I live, Oxelösund, Sweden, that have been recruited into the program, people in the neighborhood I live in, and other people that they get put out to target me with narcissist OSB's tactics. And the life of a target video is anytime I go out in public, there's people are sent out to appear in the vicinity, and they get told to do, say, weird things that will make me notice and feel harassed. And remember, it's not just psychological, there's physical targeting too. But the psychological target is a big part of it. I'm not joking. If I go out in the back right now, have a cigarette, and I stay out there for 3 minutes, there'll be somebody walking out, be sent out to walk past. There's an agent. If I go to the corner store, supermarket, there's going to be people in the supermarket when I arrive already that are in there. They got sent in there. A lot of agents work for this program.
The perpetrator, the evil. Victimhood gangstalking is a relatively new phenomenon, which could be dated back safely to the rise of social justice movements such as Me Too.
And this is corrupt and tyrannical, and Christian ministries have no business being involved in it. Now, the Christian churches and ministries that participate in Gangstalked have targeted me for this program. They're like a cult, see. You have to be brainwashed and like mentally ill and so corrupt to be involved in this as a Christian ministry and not be able to see how you're evil and wrong for doing so. I saw some sellout pastor go, the sin of silence, where there's Christians in this world being attacked and people in the pulpits are keeping silent. You know what's worse than silence from behind the pulpits? Christian pastors attacking other Christians in a pulpit with the words for a persecution program. I'm a Christian being persecuted, and I've seen Christian pastors target me for the persecution program in a pulpit in a church with psychological violence, psychological warfare, narcissistic abuse tactics.
In victimhood gangstalking, people who self-identify as victims, people whose victimhood constitutes their entire identity. These people group.
I'll drop a link to the video we're playing in the chat in case you want to watch it. And don't be surprised. Nobody's promised tomorrow. I don't know I'm not promised. I don't know how long I got left. I'm going to keep working to stay alive. But it's the point. The Bible says you shouldn't be boasting about tomorrow. That's why I don't catch me going, next week on Thursday, I'll be doing this or something like this. The Bible says, boast not thyself for tomorrow, for thou knowest not what tomorrow may bring forth. So it's the point. If I keep streaming, don't be surprised if I keep playing this. It'll become like a recurring feature where it's like I play this video, talking about it, referencing.
Group together, collude and collaborate against someone who is
That someone is me, a torrent video, and other torrent videos.
ostensibly the perpetrator, the
The bad guy. They paint just the evil bad guy.
evil one. It's a morality play of all good angelic people versus all bad evil doers. Victimhood gangstalking is a private case of a much larger phenomenon known as gangstalking, and it is a topic of today's video presentation to you, my dear colleagues. So
there's different types of gang stalking. The type of gang stalking I'm talking about is institutionalized system gang stalking, where there's a persecution program targeted with gang stalking, much like the Sursetsan program the German count had in the 70s and 80s.
honorable colleagues, I am honored to serve as the keynote speaker in the 6th Global Conference on Addiction Medicine, Behavioral Health, and Psychiatry. Allow me to present myself. I'm a professor of clinical psychology in CIAPS, Commonwealth Institute for Advanced Professional Studies, in Cambridge and Birmingham, United Kingdom, Ontario, Canada, and Lagos, Nigeria. I'm also a visiting professor of psychology in Southeast European University, and formerly a visiting professor for 5 years in Southern Federal University in Rostov-on-Don, Russia. This out of the way, let us discuss the topic of today's video presentation.
Gang stalking is a tool of the deep state power elite, which means it's something they can use on whistleblowers, on somebody who's causing trouble or has the potential to become problematic for the deep state.
I want to deal with a much mischaracterized and neglected psychosocial phenomenon known.
And I have to credit him and commend Sam Backman for making this video. Now, if I look at other things, there might be, if I look at his other videos, there's bound to be something that I would disagree with, and quite possibly strongly so. Now, this thing that he did, it's good that he did. He's got a voice, he's got some credibility, and he used his platform to get the word about gang stalking. So,
known as gangstalking. Gangstalking is described in the literature overwhelmingly as a kind of delusional disorder.
yeah, like a schizophrenia. The Stasi, there was a man, you can read about him in the Sursetsan article, where there was one of the targets of Sursetsan that complained about the gang stalking. And the Stasi said this guy has a paranoid viewer function. One of the things that you risk as torn video is being misdiagnosed, falsely diagnosed as a paranoid schizophrenic or mentally ill. And that's also part of targeting. So having a workable degree of understanding on the topic like narcissistic abuse, psychopathy, and the smear campaigns has helped to explain and understand the gang stalking. So one of the ways the program targets is so basically from the framework of narcissistic abuse, that covers a big chunk. If somebody understands narcissistic abuse, that helps them, that can help them to understand gang stalking. Because a big part of the targeting is understandable from the framework of narcissistic abuse. Gang stalking uses smear campaigns to recruit flying monkeys to target an individual. And the flying monkeys are proxies of the abusers, like the deep state in this case, like the powers that be. Okay, they target you with gaslighting. That's a big part of targeting. Devaluation. They work to do smear campaign. They work to discredit you. And one of the things, and I have experience with this personally, where being targeted with gang stalking in this city by flying monkeys, being proxies, targeted me with narcissist always abuse tactics in the flesh. And I got put in a psych ward basically, but that's what led up to it. I have been patiently enduring provocations and narcissistic always abuse tactics from people in the city, like service people, and bearing it, like enduring it. And eventually, it's like I started reacting to it and like ranting and raving like she's like, even these people start talking me. He's like, I'm mad as hell. I'm not gonna take more. They understand? It's like, oh, the guy Darvel. They switched to Darvel. This person is crazy and paranoid and thinks we want to hurt him and have been working to hurt him. And is paranoid and crazy, swatted me to get him in a psych ward. And they swat me. And I got put on a hold like around 36 hours in a psych ward. And I got cleared. See, I went to the psych ward, and the professionals didn't say this guy is a delusional paranoid schizophrenic. Okay. No, they said it's got autism. Okay. Meaning they already know that's in my medical records. But it wasn't anything other than autistic behavior that they were detecting. See. So anyway, there's people in this, I'm not gonna get too specific. It could be like plumbers or caregiving staff or something. Okay. But it's like there were people that in my experience, I felt that they were targeting me, and some of these words I use for legal reasons. So that's the point. There were some people, in my perception, personally, from opinion, I felt that they were targeting for the Gangstalked persecution program with narcissist double abuse tactics, long term. And eventually, I start talking about it. And then the same people do what's called DARVO, deny attack versus victim offender. It's like, oh, this guy, we heard about him. He's paranoid and crazy. We think work this me and discredit me basically. He thinks that we're targeting him and that we want to harm him and yada yada. Like meaning flying monkeys that, in my view, have been working to target me for this persecution called gang stalking. And then so a big part of the gang stalking experience, like end user experience, it's narcissistic abuse on steroids, you could say. Fly monkeys, smear campaigns, Darvo. And I really enjoy that this is live both to Rumble and YouTube. So in case my YouTube channel gets taken down in the future, all of these streams that I do from Rumble, they're also on Rumble. And I have like 6 channels on Rumble. So anyway.
It is sometimes conflated, as I said, with social justice activism, with victimhood and woke movements such as Me Too, when gangs of activists and alleged victims, alleged self-imputed victims, target individuals cast as evil perpetrators. Alternatively, gang stalking has been attributed to deep state structures.
Yes. And that's the view that I hold to. Okay. Meaning I hold to the view that gang stalking, the type of gang stalking I get told about, it's traced back to the deep state. Meaning it is a program, it's an institute. The deep state controls the governments of this world. They exert influence in the media, mainstream psychiatry, mainstream medicine, school system. The deep state are like the octopus that sit across the world and they have the tentacles that wrap around the globe. Does that mean that every person in academia or every person working at a hospital is like a known deep state agent? It's like, yeah, I'm working for the deep state as a secret agent in the hospital. No, but it's like they exert influence. They have influence in all these structures in society. And this gang stalking persecution program is traced back to them.
And featured in other equally inane conspiracy theories such as QAnon. And this
I don't get into QAnon. So there's conspiracy fact, conspiracy reality. And on the top of that, like terminology, conspiracy theory and conspiracy theorist and conspiracy theories Conspiracy theorists, it's like this is used to discredit whistleblowers. Whereas like if somebody like Richard Gage it makes a presentation on YouTube about the official story of 9/11 doesn't hold water. And he's similar to Sam Vaknin, like an academic type who's rational, not like unhinged, and being logical and has some credibility due to his degree and everything, experience and everything else, education. If the media would do a report, they might go, conspiracy theorist Richard Gage thinks that the government lied about 9/11 or something like this. So the word conspiracy theory is used to discredit whistleblowers. Now, conspiracy theory, I'm not afraid to use the term because as a descriptive, a big part of arriving at understandings and insights about this world has been theorizing, where there was a point in time, like a person is not a level truther, as I am. There's gonna be a part of time where you're mostly theorizing, and then you progress to get into a point where you know what's a fact, it's not theoretical anymore. It's like, let's say you start like, wow, I feel like there's something not right about 9/11. Could it be that maybe the media purposely lied about 9/11? Now, what are you doing? You're theorizing. Could it be that George Bush was in on the conspiracy and the media, and they had like an agenda to paint these people as the bad guys to justify going to war and get this new legislation on the books? Could that be what it is? And then they eventually get the point, like, yeah, that's how it is. Not only it's not theory anymore. So it's like theorizing is part of arriving at an understanding of the truth. For example, if somebody's like, well, I think there could be this, and then later on it's like, yeah, now I've learned and know for sure this is a fact in reality. They could have started out like somebody who's not a Christian, to use that example. They might be like an atheist. And some people that go from being an atheist to a Christian, it started by them going like, maybe, what if these Christians are right? They're theorizing, see. What if these Christians are right? What if there is like a heaven and hell and you're going to spend eternity in one of these two places? What if like there is a conspiracy to lie about evolution in the schools? Okay, and it starts by theorizing. So conspiracy theory is not something that I shy away from. Theorizing is important. Some of the biggest conspiracies in this world are police officers and the FBI. Where it's like, you know what, we think that this guy was colluding with this other person to kill this person. And then they're theorizing about a conspiracy of the criminal kind. So some of the biggest conspiracy theorists are government employees, like the FBI and police officers, doing like investigations. We say we think this person did this, working with this other person, and here's how they did it, or something like this. So conspiracy theory is not a crazy person, see, but that's how it's used by people who discredit people that are not good little slave bitches, that good matrix system slave idiots that just, oh, I'm a good normie. Oh, I'm naive. I didn't get the COVID jab, bitches. Oh, I didn't get the COVID jab, motherfuckers. A lot of you out there did, and you regret it now. But I wasn't one of these people who just like, oh, they all say the media, they all say the same thing. I need the jab. I didn't fall for that. Meaning, some people during COVID were like, if you don't get the jab, you're gonna fucking die from COVID. And there were voices out here. I didn't fall for that. See? And there's people who got the jab who now are out here regretting it. So that's a problem I don't have. I'm not anti-vax. I'm pro-choice, not to kill babies, but I'm pro-choice, meaning I believe that human adults should have the right to choose if they get this medication into the body, if they get put on. I believe that human adults have the right, should have the right, they have the right, and should be respected to choose what medications they put in the body and what medications they don't. So I believe in autonomy. I believe a human adult has the right to choose to say no to treatment too. Meaning, I believe a person goes to hospital with a broken leg, and the nurse go, "We gotta put a cast on it." It's like, "I don't want to go. No, I don't want. I'm going home." I believe a person should have the right to do that. even if it would help them, the treatment. The person has the right to say no to treatment, good and bad. It's not like it's only has to be something that's bad that they have the right to say no to. I believe that human beings have the right to say no to medical treatment.
Expansive redefinition of gang stalking has given it
I'm not a good little slave. I'm one of these people hard to control by the deep state. That's what I don't like about me.
has given it a bad name, a bad rep.
And here's the point: the truth is the truth. So how I live my life is, I don't narcissistically hyper focus on image and how people perceive me. Okay, it's like there's a lot of things where it's like that show that to be true. For example, I'm a Christian. Okay, and I understand it gives me like a bad look to be a Christian that cusses and smokes cigarettes and so this. If I was concerned about having people think that I'm a great Christian, I'd probably stop cussing. And they'll get me more like to respect as a Christian and more donations possible and things like this. Whereas like, I'm authentic and I'm myself, and I don't believe there is a huge deal to be cussing as a Christian. I don't believe it's as big of a deal as some other things. So for sure, that's the point. I'm reality centered more than appearance centered. Meaning, what is the truth? What is reality? And not so much as like packaging and how things appear. The main point is what is reality? What is the truth? If this is true, you can say it and it's valuable. And then it's like, well, 90% of people think you're crazy if you say that. Well, is it true? Yes. Is it needful? It would be good if more people believe this true. Yeah. Then deliver the truth. Here's the truth. You present reality to people. Then if people go, well, that person is crazy, it's like not like, well, how will people perceive me? Well, if I say this, a lot of people think I'm nuts. If I make a video, now I'm saying that a lot of people think I'm crazy. Most people might think this guy's nuts apparently. So I'm not gonna say it because that will make me appear crazy to people. No, it's like it's bad that people are ignorant to this. It would be good if people accept that truth and now I'm saying that all. It might make people think I'm crazy, but I'm gonna say it. So
And this reputation caused academics to shy away from it, to not study it.
yeah, and here's the thing. Not only are a lot of academics and psychologists and doctors and nurses and police officers kind of like shying away from it, the conspiracy. This is system persecution, which means if a Todd video, and I've been saying this, I never recommend Tods to go report gang stalking to the police because the police are in on it, they're involved in gang stalking. So let's say a Todd goes to the police station and reports gang stalking. I'm being gang stalked by secret conspiracy people who put up to target me and harass me daily and stalk me in the supermarket and say little, and you start talking about some return tactics. A lot of people working for that police department are going to be on the know. They know about gang stalking. They know these people are targeted, and they're in on the conspiracy. And then if you have like one of the cops that take a report that's not in on it, if it would be that it's a cop that does is not in on it, they might organically perceive you to be crazy. Like honestly think that you're nuts as when you tell them the truth. So that's not a good idea. Now, if you're a target video and the program, like if you're a target that has been able to keep a job from despite the program work to sabotage that, and they would, I don't know, steal your car. The program would steal your car or like punch your tires. And you need to report, you call the insurance company and you got a policy. It's like, yeah, if you have damage to your car, you can get some money back that you need to buy a new car so you can go to work, something like this. And they go, well, we need to have a police report to pay the insurance money. There needs to be like in the logs that you made a police report it was stolen, something like this. That's not a situation. But I don't recommend reporting gang stalking to the cops because the cops are in on it. The state are in on it. I'm a persecuted Christian targeted video. I'm targeted with gang stalking targeted videos. It's real, and I'm not gonna pretend that it's not. Well, you're crazy. No, you're crazy.
And so people who claim to be gangstalked are automatically cast as delusional, paranoid, psychotic, grandiose or narcissistic, and worse. There has been no in-depth study.
Yeah. So, for example, I got shot in the leg. I believe that could have been a murder attempt by the point. I got shot in the leg with something in the corner store by a perp in my right leg. Dart gun. I suspect it could have been a dart gun, a CIA dart gun. Let's search that. CIA dart gun, something similar to this. I still have a numb spot in my right leg. The CIA secret dart gun, something similar to this. No matter what, I got shot in the leg with something by a perp walked past me. And I still have a numb spot in my right leg from that permanent damage. Now, if I would go to a doctor, if I got curious, now it's like I'm my own doctor, okay? That's how I live my life. Now, if I would get to the point where it gets worse, maybe if I got like twitches or something, and it's like out of curiosity, I want to get help with the diagnostics. I go to a doctor and be like, "Can you X-ray my leg or something like this?" And I'm not gonna go because I'm the target of a secret government program that shot me in the leg with something, and I want to see if you can see signs of the damage caused by it because I'm feeling the damage. No, it might be like I got just describe like I got a last part in my right leg. I want to get it checked out. See, without like, and here's what happened when I got the damage. See, so why? Because if not, they might go, oh, I'm the doctor. Oh, and there's going to be people in hospitals in on it. So I'd like to say this too. If I get institutionalized, I go to a psych ward and die in there, they murdered me. If they tell I had an accident, natural health problems, if I die within 10 years, you can count the fact that I got murdered by the program. It doesn't matter what they tell you. I had an accident or this natural health problem or I get attacked. Most likely they put somebody out to attack me. If I go to a psych ward or prison and die in there, they most likely murder me or out in public. So I would never underline myself either. That's one of the favorite ways of the deep state to take people out. So, anyway, here's the point.
Study of the veracity of these claims, the claims of the victims of gangstalking.
Gangstalk is real. I've been taught with gangstalk for more than a decade. And for the history books, the Swedish state, if it gets to a point, and I won't be surprised when this like is exposed, it's like there's got to be more damage for them because I'm a Swedish citizen. They've been active online on YouTube and Rumble and elsewhere. I'm not targeted video. There's a secret program in this country called gangstalking targeting me. And where the fuck is the Swedish police investigating shutting it down? They're fucking in on it. They're complicit is what they are. So they can't go, we didn't know or something. It was compartmentalized proxy wars. It's like it was some covert group that was doing gangstalking, like limited hang or something like this. It's like, yeah, okay. Some people have been taught about something in Sweden and America, but it wasn't the government or anything. It's like, okay. It's like, so whatever is the point, it makes it worse. And also makes it worse for the Christian ministries rather than gangstalking. When I've been out here speaking the truth, my side of the story, what actually is going on. It's like they might have told you whatever, but here's the truth on gangstalking. It's persecution. I'm a Christian. They're poisoning me. They've attacked my body, which the temple of the Holy Ghost one made an image of God too. But it turned out, that what man has spirit for the Son of Man is not going to destroy man's life. This is a point designed to destroy men's lives. Target your finances, destroy relationships, everything. Target your health. It's like once that video was made, and it's not just one, it makes them more guilty, Christian pastors, more evil for like staying involved in it. Because they can't claim excuse, ignorance. It's like all they had was this one side where the abuser come and be like, here's what not control there. It's like they had clear revelation of the truth. From somebody speaking the truth, they target themselves. And they're like, we're still whatever. I'm not talking with gangstalking. Gangstalking is real. I live in Oxelösund, Sweden. I'm 36 years old. And I've been taught it for more than a decade. You know what? You know what happened? There's a connection to secret societies. What happened before I became a taught reader is I got a letter in mail from a secret society member trying to tell me what to do with my life. There's a connection and relative in the satanic secret society Could be the Oddfellows, the Freemasons, Jesuits, something like this. But it's like a secret society member relative sent me a letter trying to control me. And that could have been like the last ditch effort. That's what happened before the tornado started. There's a connection to secret societies.
because its very existence has been widely and invariably discredited and pooh-poohed. However, these are the facts. Occasionally, gang stalking is real. It does occur.
Yeah. And for me, it does. It does. For me, it does. It does occur. It happens to me. And then people can try to go, it's like, oh, but Mike, sometimes I've seen you ranting, raving, going nuts on your YouTube channel. It's like, which would be congruent with what I'm saying have been true. That I'm the target with a program, a guy with autism, being targeted with a program working to destabilize me, provoke me, and drive me nuts. Okay. So a lot of people with autism have a hard time managing, coping with life as is, like the stressors of daily life. Now, if you have a person who's autistic and you have a program working to provoke them and give them stress and harass them and target them different ways, it's like a lot of targets, a lot of people with autism have social anxiety. Now, if you have strangers put up to while socializing with them, work to give you stress and target abuse and things like this, there's a different level of evil if you're talking autistic people with gang stalking.
I will describe in this video
I've been targeted by LSS caregiving staff in my own home with narcissist dog abuse tactics, question mark, have I? Okay. Like, I personally wouldn't have been surprised if some of the strange behavior from caregiving staff that were job to come clean with me here previously, that I felt as if like they're almost trying to push my buttons, put it like that. I would not be surprised if they were recruited by the gang stalking program to be proxies to narcissist dog abuse tactics in my own home. And then maybe if I talk more about this, they'd be like, call again, this guy's paranoid Darvel and crazy, he's been a psych ward. He's saying, put him in a psych ward because he's whistleblowing about us abusing him or something like this. Okay. Rather than having dealt with you when you were in the room in ways that I could have dealt with you. See, he let us leave peacefully, and instead he's working to be like, talk about it or put him in a sack when you fucking belong in a cage. Okay? If somebody is doing things like this, they are the motherfuckers that belong in a cage. They are the ones that belong, that should be taken by the cops in cuffs and put somewhere. Not the victim of the targeting.
presentation, 10 environments.
And they have like the flying monkeys have like a facade of being in control and like they're in charge or something like this. But that's like a facade that can crumble real quick. I tell you what. Meaning it's like an act, understand? It's like a bluff, and that bluff can be called. Where it's like yeah, it's like the act. Oh, it's so disgusting. It's like it's so disgusting. You don't understand. It's been so many interactions I have with flying monkeys, where it's like I'm kind of ignoring it in the moment, but sooner or later, it's like it will come to the surface and like really make me furious. I understand. It'd be like I'm trying to sleep. It's like it comes to mind. Do you understand? It's like if I in the moment just kind of ignore it and don't like lash out or react to it, kind of ignore it when they're in the room doing things to target me. Fine markers for the program. It's like it will be sooner or later. It's like I mean, bad times. It kind of comes to mind. It's like what they said. Oh, they did this. It's like oh, they're actually referencing a past trauma I had, and it's really it really gets to you. Understand? It really is maddening. It drives you mad. It makes you furious, and it ought to.
10 settings, 10 sets of circumstances that give rise to the orchestrated activity colloquially known as gang stalking.
And I am the total gang stalking. And what's part of gang stalking? It's flying monkeys being recruited with narcissistic double speech tactics too.
10 types of gang stalking.
If your grandma was a tornado, if you're a tornado you're like 57, you get to the point where you move into an elderly home, the program might already have at least one person working as a caregiver in the elderly home. That's an agent. They will start targeting you in the elderly home. And if not, they will get somebody in there, like a new recruit, to target you. And it's not just going to be one person. So yeah, I'm a Christian taught with gang stalking, which means I'm a Christian being persecuted, taught with state persecution by the state of Sweden.
Stalking is
But Michael, bad guy, so that makes anything we do to you okay or so for this. I have human rights. And if I don't have them, you don't have them. It's either we all have human rights or nobody does.
real. It does occur.
Yes. And one of the good things about this guy making videos like this, he gives targets validation, which is in short supply. Because part of the, like one of many, like the cocktail of trauma for target videos is constant abuse, constant invalidation, and denial of abuse. See, where it's like the target maybe tells somebody, it's like, hey, this is quite like that's not happening. Just imagine things is all in your head. See, which is like even worse. Like you're being told with something that's really bad, and then anybody tell about it typically would be like, "You're just nuts. It's not real." Okay, so just that is a value of this video. Where targets that watch this video, just watching it, it's like targets can be like have a sense of validation. It's like this person not like you're crazy. If you think you're target, you're crazy. You're paranoid. You need meds. Okay, you need drugs for your mental illness. If you think of being, that's not the video, and that's more common what you hear. I mean, it's like people will tell you like you need meds, you're crazy, you're paranoid. I'm a target of gang stalking. Okay, you're paranoid, you're crazy, just mental, you need drugs or something like this.
I will describe in this video presentation 10 environments, 10
I'm not joking. They can get. This is bigger than a lot of people think.
settings, 10 sets of circumstances that give rise to the orchestrated activity colloquially known as gang stalking. 10 types of gang stalking. Discrediting all gang stalking claims as delusional or paranoid is wrong. Indeed, in most cases, people who claim that they are being gang stalked are or suffer from mental health issues. But on some occasions, it is still a real phenomenon, denied by a clueless, and I would even say arrogant, academic establishment. Targeted individuals do exist, and I'm one of them. The dynamics of gang stalking, when it does occur, this collusion and collaboration.
So, in response to there's different types of gang stalking. So I don't think that Sam Wagner is claiming to be targeted with like institutional gang stalking, the type that I'm targeted with, where it's like a target of a secret persecution program called gang stalking. There's different types of gang stalking. So there can be gang stalking where I don't know, let's say you're a carnivore influencer, and there's like rabid PETA members start harassing you and doxing you and harassing you and like spamming phone calls to you and it's like threatening you and these people showing up harassing you in real life. That would be gang stalking, okay? Now the type of gang stalking I'm talking with, it's government gang stalking, it's institutional gang stalking. Mike, you should be thankful for the government, says Tom Seagal. No, I shouldn't be. We should be thankful for the government, thankful for the government. Fuck you, you fat, ugly, fuck, disgusting, morbid freak bitch, Tom Seagal. We should be thankful for being abused and tyrannized by the deep state. I'd like to see you and talk to you in real life about this and see if you have the same energy, you fat, ugly, fuck, coward, filthy freak. I would withstand it to the face. This is my person, but and I would still him to the face. So it's like, but yeah, you keep acting tough on the internet, you fat fuck, you coward. This will come back to haunt you. The chickens will come home to roost. God is not going to let you get away with doing this type of evil stuff forever. Do you understand? God's not going to let you sell out pastors, Tom's to God, do the Bible church against fucking church. He's not going to let you get away with these atrocities you've been involved in. And just let you get away with that forever.
Between multiple individuals around a shared target. This resembles what we call shared psychosis. There is an inducer.
Yeah, shared psychosis was like ministries, for example, Christian ministries like the Bible church one. This is like this thing like, yeah, we're in the right, we're not doing anything wrong. But what we're doing is like it shows that it doesn't check. It's like it shows that they're crazy. See, it's like you're do the Bible church the Gangstalked church. They've taught me for the Gangstalked program with narcissist dogs beside these videos. It's like, yeah, we're not doing anything wrong, but what we're doing has to be kept in the dark and covered up. And if somebody like Mike says this is do the Bible church has been taught me with narcissist dogs beside the videos, which is the truth. The program that we've been doing this for will have people go, this guy's paranoid crazy, that's not true. So it's like it needs what we're doing has to be kept secret, and we need to use lies to defend it. See, to cover up what we're doing, we had to use lies. And we had to call the person crazy if they speak the truth about what we're doing. But what we're doing is not wrong or anything. You had to be mentally ill. You have to be mentally ill.
Someone who generates the dynamic.
Like a cult. Ministries are all against us, like a cult. Stalking murder cult.
And then there are people who join the dynamic on the fly. And these are known as secondary induced participants. So it is a form of shared psychosis involving, in some cases, a fantasy. The participants in gang stalking usually cast themselves in terms of good versus evil. It's a morality play.
Yeah, and demonization is part of it, like literally. Where it's like I've had part of like the gaslighting, like subtle innuendo communication from Christian ministries of all the time. It's like, Mike, you're demon possessed, you're a Nephilim, you're demon possessed, you're a demon or demon possessed. I'm a Christian, I believe the gospel. I can't be demon possessed.
They deploy a splitting defense. The participants in the gang, the members of the mob, the extensions of the group, these people describe themselves as all good, while the victim, the target of the gang stalking, is described as all bad, is demonized. That is a classical, infantile, primitive defense mechanism known as splitting. At the same time, the group empowers its members, and there is a sense.
Yeah, so gang stalking is real, and it's serious. And I've been taught for more than a decade with gang stalking.
Grandiosity.
And I'm incredibly strong, and if I wasn't, I wouldn't have survived this long. Do you know how crazy it is? I'm a Christian being persecuted. Being taught with gang stalking the way that I am, it's persecution. It's not exaggeration. I'm taught with a group effort to wherever I go, people are sent there to harm me. See, as who am I? A Christian, and the sick, abandoned whole task and the woods to the Bible church and Raphael God and other pastors. These are some of the Christians that participated totally, and they would have to lie to deny it. See, which is sin, to cover the other sins. See, it's like good luck. Okay, like God's gonna let you win fighting for evil and having to do more sins to cover up the serious sins that are already done since it is. So, the Bible church is a gang stalking church, which means if you're a Christian, they become a target. They will target you like they did to me, and that could happen to you. So, I'm a Christian target, you know. What is gang stalking? It's persecution for you fucking retards out there. we're like little children. Yeah, I had to break everything down. Or you don't understand things. Okay. So, if I just make a video, persecuted Christian told in the video Mike's alive. So, guys, this is persecuted. I guess you're saying that it's some kind of spiritual thing happening to him. No, you fucking idiots. If you're persecuted, that means people are out to get you. Okay. Basically. So I'm a Christian being persecuted. I'm a Christian told me all. I'm a person being told with gang stalking. Who am I being told with gang stalking? Personally, I'm a Christian, which means I'm a persecuted Christian. And I've seen Christian ministries involved in this, which means Christians involved in persecution of another Christian. Do the Bible Church, one of these churches. Beth Incarnate's other pastor told people, how will you tell you crazy, Mike? I watched the videos. I didn't see videos like fuck you, Mike's house, something like this. It's called narcissistic dog whistling tactics. And that's how they told me the videos. Do the Bible Church, Rafik Arnold, Brandon Holthouse, Andy Woods, and others. And that's the truth. And they will have they can keep like denying and leave it down and ignore it and like, but it's like the truth is the truth. And God will deal with them as being guilty of what they're guilty of, not if they tell themselves they're innocent. Like they're not guilty. We're not bad guys. God knows that you're bad and he will deal with you for what you've done. And they would have to lie. See, Tom Stegall would have to lie. If I would say, Tom Stegall has done narcissist abuse tactics. In his past videos, he's worked a lot of things. You have to lie to say that he hasn't done that. So yeah, I'm a persecuted Christian taught with gang stalking. I've been taught for more than a decade. Here in Sweden, Oxelösund, Sweden. They don't like it when I kind of breadcrumb myself, because if they take me out, it makes it a little bit harder. They don't want, like, if they take me out and people that watch this video on Bumble, like Google, they find some death notice, and it's like they don't like it when I kind of like not dox myself, but it's like give a little bit more details. Okay, they don't like that. A lot of fears and cowards, the worst fears that people figure out who they are. Where it's like me, I'm dogs myself. Like, this is the city I live in, here's my name. Okay. Now the average man is a coward, Christian man too, unfortunately. So it's important. I'm a persecuted Christian taught me I'm taught with Gangstalked taught me I've been taught for more than a decade. And it's disgusting, it's despicable, it's horrible. And I'm a Christian boy, like the founding fathers. Yeah, I'm bold. I'm like the fucking fan. Mike, you sound like a Muslim. Yeah, fuck you, bitch. Mike, I hear like, I'm mad. It's like these people deserve to die or something like this. Be like, Mike, you're a terrorist, like a Muslim or something like this. No, bitch, I'm like the founding fathers. What is this reaction? In response to being tyrannized by the government and abused horrifically. Worse than the founding fathers were treated. And in response to that, I'm like, I'm mad as hell. See? Like the founding fathers. I have God given human rights. They are being violated extremely. And I feel like really mad about it. Mike, you're like yeah, fuck you, bitch. You're a little chemically neutered little tame house cat. The average man, I'm like a wild lion. The average man, that's why I'm dangerous to the deep state. The average man is like a neutered, tamed, pussified, tamed house cat, effeminate, low testosterone, low IQ. The average man is domesticated. It's like, oh yeah, this it's like the herd of humanity, like good little house cats, they're not causing trouble. Whereas me, I'm like a wild lion. I'm wild, meaning not controlled by the deep state, hard to control. Whereas the average person is like, oh, they walk out in haste, they listen to the influencers. Oh yeah, Sean Ryan. Oh, Tucker Carlson, I like Tucker Carlson, I like Entertain. It's like, at the deep state just it's like whatever. So it's the point. I trust Fauci. He's a great guy. It's like yeah. So anyway, I'm a persecuted Christian taught me a ton with gangs like taught videos. I've been taught for more than a decade. And it's like a common kindness that people go like, what makes you so important? You don't first of all, you don't have to be super important to be taught with gang stalking. Secondly, yes, I could argue for why I'm more dangerous than average person. Oh, you mean all these videos I made showing foreshadow pandemic and whole movies. Being a person that has the ability to see how the deep state operate and tell the masses, hey, here's how they're working to keep you weak with the high sugar diet. They got you to use these toxic chemical and cleaning products. They've hidden the truth about vitamin C from you because they want you weak and sick. Oh, you mean that? That's how Mike says. Yeah, that will make you dangerous in deep state. That you're one of few people that can see what they're doing and tell the masses, here's how the deep state are operating. Here's what I don't want to know. Oh, you mean Mike Sai has videos showing foreshadow the pandemic before it happened in Hollywood movies and stuff. Like, look, they were warning you before they pulled off the pandemic. Look, foreshadow the 9/11 attacks. Yeah, like that. What makes you that? What makes you look at my videos? There's like there's one of the common attacks to be like, sales work for people. What makes you so dangerous to them or something? It's like a form of gaslighting. If there's anybody that would be dangerous in deep state, it's someone like me. That has all these videos showing you here's how the deep state are control the masses, and here's how to break the control of you. They want you eating a high sugar diet. They want you deficient of vitamin C. They've been covering up the truth about vitamin C, how much of it you need, because they want you mentally weak. And if you're deficient of vitamin C, you need a high sugar diet. It makes you mentally weak, easy to control the C. They got you using all these toxic and bad healthy products. Or here's video showing you the deep state had in plain view the agenda. They were hinting at the 9/11 attacks before they pulled them off. The pandemic and all the other things I would do. So, what makes me dangerous to deep state? What I know, who I am, what I know. What I know, who I am, what I know. I know the truth they don't want the masses to know. And I'm a person that might discover more truth. Is that I know everything right now there is to know. No, but I know enough to be very dangerous to them. And the same type of person that woke up to 9/11 before I was 25 years old didn't fall for the pandemic lies. Do you understand? It's like the same type of person that I am that 2021 was making videos about foreshadow the 9/11 attacks. 2023, 4, 5, 6, whenever, it's making videos showing foreshadow of the pandemic. Because I'm a person that can see, oh, they were hinting at the coming pandemic in this and that movie, a music video. The same person. See, I'm dangerous to them. But when I was before I was 20 years old, I woke up 9/11 inside job. You see? And some people have woken up to their research starting to get into maybe 9/11, maybe the government lied. But I woke up to that before I was 25 years old. So the same person that wasn't deceived by the mainstream media lies, the officials on 9/11, when the pandemic hit, wasn't deceived by liars lying about the pandemic. See? Whereas a lot of people will tell you, I got deceived during the pandemic. People lying to me, I got deceived. The same person that I am, they didn't buy 9/11, the officials saw 9/11, they woke up to 9/11 inside job and the government lying to you about it in the media, also wasn't deceived by certain lies during the pandemic. And it's the same person that makes videos showing you foreshadowing of the pandemic in Hollywood movies and the 9/11 attacks. And it's teach you the truth on how the deep state is work to control you. Yeah, that makes you dangerous to them. And I'm not going to shy away from that and get on defensive. That's a common counter. Well, what makes you so special? So for this, they try to paint as a narcissist that has a magnified sense of self-worth. No, I have an accurate self-view. Just because you're a narcissistic piece of shit that wants to develop me. Oh, Mike doesn't seem to think that he's a worthless piece of shit. That I tell myself that he is. Therefore, he's a narcissist. Because his opinion of himself is higher than mine, and mine is too low. Okay? So, yes, I'm dangerous to the deep state. And I'm bold, understand. Yes, I'm dangerous to the deep state. Yes. So, I'm a persecuted Christian turned video. Turned with Gangstalked videos. I've been talking for more than a decade. And I'm not going to stop talking about it. And remember, if I get institutionalized and die, they murder me. I'm not suicidal. I'm not a person living in fear of death. That's one of the benefits of being a Christian. But I'm not suicidal. So it's not all or nothing. Is it? Because I'm not afraid to die, that means that I want to die. Okay. No, I'm not suicidal. I value my life and I'm gonna work to fight for myself, my freedoms, and stay alive. And I'm not gonna I'm not gonna like stay alive during a cause. I said, I just like I'm not gonna. Well, it's risky to say no to the deep state and make videos exposing gang stalking, so I'll stop doing that or something like this. It's like God has helped me to survive being persecuted, and how I've been having God on my side is not by compromising with evil. See? So I'm gonna finish up. My persecuted Christian taught video. I've been taught with gang stalker taught videos for more than a decade, and it makes me mad. And it's like people see, it's like it's you're the problem. People that think that I'm the problem are the problem. But Mike, you're so it's like mad and crazy. Yeah, like the founding fathers. They would live it and feel with violent passions. I'm not saying like do you understand? They were feeling so mad. They were like, we want to take up arms against the oppressors that are tyrannizing us. I'm not saying I will or threatening it or calling for it. I'm saying that's how I feel in my heart. You see that passion. It's like I'm mad. And what am I reacting to? Being tyrannized and told with a secret persecution program that's abusing me. Just like the founding fathers were leaving a man and not okay with being treated like this. Because they recognize that God had given them the right to not be treated like this. Your rights come from God, not the government. And you should be thankful for the government. This sellout deep state church to the Bible church, which is a puppet deep state church, made a video. We should be thankful for the government. Thankful. I'm being persecuted and taught by the deep state. Be like a Jew being thankful in the Holocaust camp for the Nazis, the German government. So it's like I'm not gonna accept your false reality. And yes, I'm strong. And you pathetic freaks trying like here's how I get this like trying to remind me of like past times where I was weak and broken down. So what, bitch? I come a long way. It's like I don't have toxic shame. It's like, hey Mike, remember back like years back when you were real weak, like one night you were really weak or something. Who gives a shit? Okay? I'm a strong man, motherfucker. You're like, oh, but Mike, remember 10 years ago when you were depressed or something? Yeah, I'm not depressed now. Okay. I come a long way, bitch. So I'm gonna finish up. My name is Max. I'm a persecuted Christian taught video. I live in Sweden. I'm taught about a secret persecution program called Gangstalked taught videos. I've been taught for more than a decade. And I'm upset about it. And what is the Gangstalked persecution program? Well, basically, a big part is flying monkeys, people being recruited, put up to target me in subtle ways, so-called narcissist use tactics, as you can read about in here. I'm gonna hard code this into the video, like burn this into the video, in case something happens to the chat or something like this. This is a big part of how the flying monkeys agents that get recruited to target for the program. This tactic, this explains how you get targeted by flying monkeys. Somebody gets recruited, you're targeted video, somebody gets recruited to target for the program. This is how they do it a lot of times. And I don't like to neglect to give like a light view, downplay it, minimize it. There's physical targeting. I've been targeted physically, food poisoned. They try to make me have accidents. I've had packages intercepted in the mail and tampered with. After I got a health problem, allergies after many years of targeting. After that, the police started using perfume, which I'm allergic to fuck with me. Or like they will have one of the flying monkey mean spray perfume on themselves before they show up, get close to me, and then gaslight if I call them out on it. It'd be like you smell like, oh, maybe it's a breath mint I had. Do you just like add insult? I had this recently, but the flying monkeys they were. I'm 100% sure there were two flying monkeys that have been recruited to talk with Nazi stories these tactics for the gang stalking program. That's what I believe. And they know that I'm allergic to perfume. And it's like, as the person came close to me, I could smell they would smell like perfume. If it's softener or they put perfume on their clothes or whatever. And I confront them on it because I'm not a little coward, okay? I have boundaries. And if they're violated, I can stand up for myself if I need to. So I go, are you the one smell like perfume? And they go, no, gaslighting. That's gaslighting. I smell perfume off it. You smell like perfume and you deny it. That's gaslighting. Okay. So person gets close to me, I smell perfume. Where's the perfume coming from? Their body, which means they have perfume on them. And then when I go, you have perfume on you. Oh, no, this other person has a breath mint. It's like the insult to injury, gaslighting. You think I can't tell the difference between the smell of softener or perfume or deodorant or cologne and a breath mint? Okay, like chewing gum. Do you think I'm fucking retarded? It's like if you have a chewing gum or a breath mint and smell it, and you smell cologne, there's a big difference. Okay, there's a big difference. It's like you violate my boundaries and do something wrong by showing up smell like perfume when you know I'm allergic to it, and you've been told that I'm allergic to it, sensitive perfume, and it makes it hard for me to breathe, to be around people that wear perfume. I go, are you wearing perfume? Not aggressive, like firm but polite. Oh no, this other person has a breath mint. As if a breath mint, and they might have had a Bluetooth earpiece with a hand that they give them real time, like, oh, okay, say this, okay. Like Hillary Clinton in a speech debate. I'm not joking, that's part of King's talking too. But the flying monkeys are going to be around this video. We have little nano, micro, little Bluetooth earpiece that goes into the ear canal and covered by the hero head or something like this. And they have like the remote control, quote unquote. Not remote control crazy talk, but I mean, they have somebody in the ear, literally, on a Bluetooth earpiece. They go like, okay. If I go like, you smell like perfume, okay, say this, say that the other person has a breath mint or something like this. I'm not joking, this is part of targeting. When you go to the supermarket, as told you know, they have flying monkeys in there. Some of them have an earpiece, and some of them have it overtly, like what it's called earpods. And it's like they have the hand in a phone call, go like, okay, go to the right. See the guy standing over there, okay, as you walk past him, cough 2 times or something like this. Oh, see? So that's the target I get. And it's so maddening. It's so maddening. Where it's actually happened that since I got allergic to perfume, the program sometimes have had flying monkeys get told to like, okay, put perfume on yourself because they're about to go to riot. So I'm supposed to be physically affected by it. See? Which is a form of torture, as a matter of fact. It was like, this will make him feel very bad physically and be bad for his health. So, and here's the thing too with the ministries, Christian ministries, like the Bible Church is stalking cult. What they're doing is illegal according to the law of the land. You know how God is for due process, that they have to prove a person to be guilty of something before the government attacks them physically and abuses them and takes freedom from them. That's God-given right, and they're finding fault for that. You un-American terrorist, domestic terrorist to the Bible Church. It's like God, meaning there's so many ways I can attack this. It's like, but Mike, the gang stalking program, we're doing all these things, but you're a bad person. If that was true, everything they said about was true, I would still have the right that they have to prove me to be a bad person in the court of law, and then they can only do things to me that are in the law of the land. If somebody has been proven guilty of having done this, then the government can do up to this to them. See? So it's like it's so fucking illegitimate. So it's like it's not like, oh, people are excused because they got told you're a bad person. Because it's like, oh yeah, we're poisoning people, attacking them physically, harassing them. Do you know that harassment is illegal in Sweden? It is people recruited to harass me. Poisoning people is illegal anywhere. I'm being poisoned by the program intermittently. So it's like, according to the law of the land where I live, like the Swedish law book, it's illegal to do this. That's what the program does to me. What I do is illegal. But it's to come to it, that gives it legitimacy. No, it's like they might have, it's like they might have like cover for action. was like, yeah, Mike was targeted by the cops keep an eye on him and stuff like this. If they get busted, but it's like leaving out how it's like he was targeted by government program to poison him and harass him and communicate threats. Threats are illegal too. Big part of how the program targets with psychological warfare is with threats. Okay. Here's another thing that the program has done to me recently with a flying monkey. Which is look at this, you motherfuckers. And I might meet one. I might. It's up to me. I might meet one of these people that have done this to me, and I can confront. That's not illegal. You can play this to the fucking Swedish cops too. Griseknoe. Okej. Ingen av er snutar skulle våga fucka med mig utan skjutvapen på höften och numerärt överläge. Och det vet ni också, griseknoar. Eller hur? Eller hur, tuffingar? Det krävs så mycket bollar att vara 4 poliser med skjutvapen och mobba en person. Så tuffa är ni, eller hur? Så, det kan ju bevisa att jag har fel också. Om jag springer på en av er ute på stan, ute ur tjänst och känner igen några poliser som jag haft att göra med här också under tiden i Nyköping. Och så kan vi se om ni har samma attityd då. När det inte är 4 av er med skjutvapen tillsammans. Och se om ni är lika tuffa då. Och håller på muppar er. Tuffingar. I'm not threatening anything. I'm trash talking because I'm like, it's like you piggish people. It's like I don't believe that I've been abused by the police too. I'm out in public using my rights to live stream in public, doing activism and like ordering stuff. And the cops are up and start working to harass me. Okay, but basically what I said to Sage was, I don't think you'd be act like that. It was just one of you cops alone. Like if I ran into one of you in the supermarket that I and recognized you from before, like one of these cops that showed up before for them in the restaurant, like picking on me. I don't think that you would treat me the same way for just you alone without a gun on the hip and like back up, okay? Because it's not that coward. It's not like that brave to be 4 people with guns picking on one person, okay? So anyway, it's the point. It takes balls and shows courage to be like I was in the restaurant, but there's 4 of you, and I say no to you. I'm one person without weapons on me, and there's 4 of you with weapons, and I go, I don't give a shit. Okay, I'm not gonna. Oh, but Mike is like, no, I don't care. That takes courage. Does take courage to be 4 people pick on a person, one person. Anyway, that's the point. So it's like there's the point. And I have the right. It's not illegal for me. It's not to confront flying monkeys that have told me before. That's not illegal. Does confront mean attack physically? No, that would be illegal. If I say I'm going to attack them physically, that would be illegal. If I say I'm going to confront, or I can, if I next time I see one of these people that have told me before, and I've been going around suffering psychological damage for weeks since the last time I met them, because what they did to me with the narcissistic abuse tactics has caused me a lot of harm, stress when I'm going around being, it's like affecting me every day and disturb my sleep and it really harmed me a lot as intended, because what they were told to do was intended to harm me. Okay. And next time I see them, I have the right to confront them about what they did to me last time. And they go, oh, play innocent. Be like, you did narcissistic dog abuse tactics to me last time I saw you. You have been picking on me or something like this. Oh, you know, you're paranoid and crazy. Call the cops. This guy needs to be in the psych ward. Darvo. Oh, I didn't do that. Oh, you're just imagining things. You're paranoid. Yeah, okay. So anyway, it's the point. So I already know, like, what is the point? Here's another thing that they've done. I had a point in time, and this is one of the tactics I've been talking about recently about the program, flying monkeys, gangstalkers, where years back, and it's like I don't keep it. Sometimes like times I'm not really good with. Certain details I good remembering, but the things I don't care about is like, but it's like whatever is the point. Maybe 6 years ago now, I had a breakdown, like a nervous breakdown. I wouldn't say it's a psychotic episode, but it's like I had a nervous breakdown. I don't have toxic shame about it. It's like I broke down. I was like hyper-adrenalized, super scared. See, I don't have toxic shame. I can admit this. I was years back. I had a day, 24-hour period, where I broke down. I was like really fucked up, really mental. I'm like, I'm gonna die. Okay, and scared and like really like losing it. Okay, I had a nervous breakdown. Meaning, and I can tell what happened. I had mold. So a big part of my problem is I have brain inflammation, neuroinflammation. Commonly called it with autism is neuroinflammation. It is things that can trigger the neuroinflammation, like exposure to perfume that I'm allergic to, for example, which exacerbates it. Meaning I already have a problem with too much brain inflammation due to mercury in my brain, or whatever it is, aluminum, mercury, whatever it is. That is like in here, stuck in the brain, giving me a baseline of inflammation, see? And it is things where it's like already too high, and it could be exposure to chemical irritants I'm allergic to, such as perfume, that makes it peak and gets worse. See? So, anyways, the point. So, I had what is the other things that give brain inflammation? Mycotoxin exposure. See? So, years back, I had a couch here, like basically like right here, okay, like here, that I used as a bed, and I stepped on it. And it was like a, what's it called? Like plush. It's like a fabric. It wasn't like four layer or something like this. It wasn't absorbent material. So basically, motherfucker, I had a fucking couch here. And this is before I quit putting. I had either coffee. I had either honey or sugar in my coffee. Okay, and I walked and spilled it on the couch. And in this city, there's high humidity. A lot of times, if I go, sometimes when I guest on a panel, like Japanese ice cream, and I go, what's the weather like? And I go Google, like Oxelösund temp. And it gives like humidity. A lot of times, it's like 90% humidity plus in the city. It's next to the ocean. But it's like this city are more likely to have mold problems in this city than other places due to the high humidity. A lot of times, if I go and check temperature and end up on a weather website, it gives humidity, and it's like 90 plus percent humidity, air humidity here, which is pretty damn high. So that's the point. I spilled a cup of coffee on the couch. It grew mold, and it's like visible mold growth on the couch, which means if you can see the mold, this is like really bad, and it is going to be there. So I'm like itching and reacting to it, and it got me peak brain inflammation. Inhaling mycotoxins, mold spores containing mycotoxins, exacerbating pre-existing inflammation problem, got me really like worked up. Okay, so it's like I'm have competence. Just because you're blind to doesn't mean I lack competence. Okay, so oh, you mean interesting? Like Mike is reporting when he goes outside or flying monkeys where the program attacks him with fucking perfume as a selective toxin. I've had the program intercept package in the mail I ordered from Amazon, put perfume inside of it. So when I open it, I get exposed to it. Oh, and what I've been telling you, I can trace back other times when I get like revved up and locked into like a manic, super energetic, like volatile, stressed state and end up not being able to sleep for like 1, 2, 3 days. It's after having smelled perfume, which is something that gives you inflammation, which I would have a problem with. So a lot of the issues that I have is traced back to inflammation, brain inflammation. And the program does things on purpose to make it worse. So anyways, the point. I had mold growing on my couch. So I got to tell you the story of the nervous breakdown I had. Like what led to a mental collapse, nervous breakdown. I spilled coffee with either honey or sugar in it. The mold started going on the couch, and I didn't sleep for 4 days. And I don't mean like some people say I haven't been sleeping for 2 weeks, and they fucking said it like they're a baby bitch. And they mean like I haven't had quality sleep the last 2 weeks. I mean I didn't sleep a minute for 4 days straight. Okay, so mold in here, reacting itchiness, red body, eye, stuffed nose. It's like basically like perfume. Like it's same how I react to perfume in the environment. Irritant, irritation, histamine response, red body eyes. It's like not being able to relax and getting like in a manic state. And I didn't sleep for close to 4 days. And I got to a point after I think 3 nights, maybe 2 nights, 3 days. Okay, but it's like let's say around 4 days to be precise. Not sleeping. Where it's like I broke down, I had a nervous breakdown. from not having slept. And I started getting really scared. And it's like I would hear like a bird on the balcony, and it'd be like somebody's on the balcony or something like this. Okay. Do you understand? It'd be like a noise, it'd be like, "God," it's like I'd be super like reacting to things in my environment. I was like super stressed and like scared and like all fucked up mentally and had a nervous breakdown. Okay. I mean, I was scared and like all fucked up, like, I'm gonna die. Okay. And here's the point. And it's like as long as I was in this room with the mold, I couldn't relax, and I don't think I would ever be able to relax. So I had to leave and go sleep at somebody else's house to get some sleep. That's the point. I was at a point where I was like almost like in a fetal position against the wall, sitting on the floor, be like nervous, but like, I'm gonna die or something. Do you understand? It's like okay. And this is something that the program has used to re-traumatize me. And recently, one of them was like in a fetal position where they're referencing this traumatic experience that I had and be like, "You're pathetic, haha." It's like because I'm a strong man who's masculine, and you don't see me sitting like, "Oh, I'm upset, I'm being bullied." Okay, so it's like the program through Side Monkeys go like, yeah, in a feeder position. I saw it. It's like referencing that time where I was like hard against the wall, be like crying or like scared, I'm gonna die. So for this, say after not having slept for 4 days. Okay. And it's like, oh yeah, I remember that. And they did this recently on the Flying Monkeys. I can tell that was they did narcissist double abuse tactics to me when they were with me and they were told to make a lot of sudden references to that traumatic event like 6, 7, 8 years ago, where I was like broken down, having a nervous breakdown, and like being all scared and fucked up, and be like, yeah, it's like we were listening to you. And like, do you understand how abusive it is? To like humiliate and mock me by like making reference to like, hey, remember that time we were in a pathetic state, like crying in the corner? Yeah, and I don't have toxic shame about that. You can take a Navy SEAL tough guy and put him sleep deprived for 4 days, and a lot of those guys would be like crying in the corner, like, I'm gonna die or something like this. Do you understand? It's like the certain things where you get fucked up in a way where you're not yourself, understand? It's like you're not your baseline consciousness personality. You break from your normal patterns where there's things that can happen to you where you get sleep deprived long enough. You have cortisol, this, that, whatever. It's like you're not yourself, understand? Where you can be like fucked up, okay? So, yeah, motherfucker, I had a breakdown like 6, 7 years ago where I was like in the corner, like, oh, okay, I'm gonna die. So, yeah, so what, bitch? So what, bitch? And you're gonna have to face me, you whore, after what you've said to me and done to me. And I decide if you get confronted. What are you gonna report me to the cops, you filthy whore? What did I say? I decide if I confront you or not. Like illegal threats to confront a person. Good luck, bitch. Confront is like they do in the news media, SVT. Vi konfronterar statsministern. Why are you raising the taxes? Okay. The news media market that. We confronted the prime minister. Camera crew. Why did you do this? Okay. See? So, here's the point. This is the type of disgusting stuff that they do to me. Where it's like, the program, and do you understand? It's like, they have been targeting somebody, and it's like, oh, look how effective they've been by the targeting. So it's not like, do you understand? It's like, yeah, it's like disgusting, disgusting. So yeah, bitch, like you think I have toxic shame about that? There's like I hadn't slept for around 4 days and had a nervous breakdown while having extreme brain inflammation from mold in this environment. So sleep deprivation coupled with mold, like sleep deprivation while having extremely high brain inflammation due to mycotoxins. Like, yes, I had a nervous breakdown. It's like a panicking. Okay. So what, bitch? Does that make me weak? No. So, less than 2 weeks ago, I had a flying monkey. two of them actually, and one of them was doing little references to this. That's one of the Nazis' always tactics. Do you understand? So this is one of the ways they can target flying monkeys. It was like I had 8 years ago, whatever, around 6 years ago, a nervous breakdown. I was like in a fetal position, kind of in the corner of the room, like, oh, I'm gonna die. So for this, after not sleep for 4 days and like being all fucked up. Okay, like short term, like a brief period of time, like a nervous breakdown, and I don't have a problem with that. And then now the problem get flying monkeys to be like, oh, did you see the news about there was somebody who was scared in a fetal position? Do you understand? They'd be like, they're like kind of like, oh yeah, I remember when you were pathetic in a weak state. Yeah, it's like we're enjoying that. You're weak. Do you understand? This time, it's like it's as if they say like, yeah, oh, we've been looking at videos and listening to articles. You like crying in fear 6 years ago, and it's like it's like to make me feel abused and violated. Understand? Humiliated. What do you think that a man feels like doing to you if you treat him like that? Confronting you, for sure. So remember that we see these filthy little cowards. It's like, if the SWAT team comes again, Mike, you've been ranting, raving on your Rumble channel, and somebody reported you were saying you were going to confront people, and people are worried about you being dangerous, and you need to go to a psycho because you're a paranoid, crazy person for saying that you're a total state persecution, gang stalking. Okay. And people that you say are targeting for the program, like, this guy's crazy, need to be the psych ward. Discredit him and his testimony. He's mentally ill. He's saying I've been doing bad things to him. He's crazy. Okay. Yeah. Fuck you. Okay. So I gotta finish up. Everything I've said is my personal belief and opinion, not necessarily taken as a fact. Disclaimer time, motherfuckers. Some of the things that I've said could be wrong. Okay. Because I'm human. Which means if you're a human saying something, there's a chance that basically you could be wrong. Okay. Um, some of the things that I've said may or may not have been just purely for entertainment purposes, educational. So it's like it's a dangerous game. Okay. Gang stalking is real. Should be studied.
On the victim or the target of the group, this ability translates into a power dynamic, and the whole thing devolves into a power play.
Yeah. And they're mental ill and delusional.
And this capacity to
I'm not joking. It's like I've had frail old out of shape, like elderly people in the neighborhood participating in targeting. And they within 15 feet, I would have decided to close the distance and destroy the person. They wouldn't have a fucking chance in hell, understand? And they still like act like they're the ones in charge, like they're the strong. I'm not threatening. I'm saying that there's been times I've been in a room with a perp, a flying monkey. There's like I can tell, yeah, they've been talked to. They one of these people who started talking for the program. And if I would have decided to hurt them physically, I could have, and they wouldn't have a fucking chance. I'm not threatening that. I've seen Joe Rogan in a podcast on YouTube. So if I can get a strike, he should get a strike. Okay. If it's like I wouldn't be saying this if it wasn't. Here's the point. Joe Rogan, it's a clip of Joe Rogan from his podcast going, yeah, I remember when I was coming up in Hollywood on sitcoms, some of these actors would be in the room being like passive aggressive picky on me. And it's like if I would have just decided to kill them, they wouldn't have a fucking chance. So if he can talk like that, why can I talk like that? Well, I'm not saying I'm gonna anything. I'm saying there's been times in my life where I've had a flying monkey. One of these people, and some of them have been like elderly or like frail women or like out of shape, weak people, and pick them in the room. And it's like if I would have decided to hurt them, they wouldn't have a chance to leave that room without being hurt. Understand? It'd be certain. Do you understand? If it would be like enough is enough, okay, you're abusing me, and it's like I'm gonna fight you now. They wouldn't. It's like but it's like they still have this like false sense of security. When they were told by the head, it's like this guy, whatever they've been told, it's like he's like, scared of you. He would never. If he would never dare to get physical with you. If he did, he couldn't win. Whatever they've been told. Okay. So it's like, yeah, they act like they're in charge or something like this. Now that's a facade. Okay. That's a bluff, see. Do you understand? It's like if I would have one of these people in here, this room, a fly monkey, and it's like I could tell it's like they were told by the head, it's like have like this try to project strength and act like they're in charge and be dominant, act dominant. And I would go like, you want to try to dominate? Come here and try to dominate me, bitch. And they'd be like, they wouldn't be like, yeah, let's go, bitch. And then they'd be like, oh, call the cops. See? So it's like a facade. It's fake. See, it was like, oh, we act like we're in charge and dominant here. Here's another thing I have with fly monkeys. When they get told by the handler, that's not a form of stories mistakes I got. They've been told to try to act dominant. Be like, let's say, I'm talking about the caregiving firm. Where it's like people that have a job to come clean with me in my home. Okay, I'm an alpha male. This is my house, and it's like they go in here. They'd be like, I go, hey, I'll go to the bathroom and fill up water for. Okay, it's like I'm gonna go get the bucket and fill it with soap water for sweeping the floor. I go, hey, I'll go to the bathroom. Yeah, you do that. See, as if somebody told them to be like act dominant to him because that's something that might really push his buttons. See, Mike doesn't like people speaking commanding language or acting dominant. That's not the narcissist overspeech tactic. Some of the flying monkeys have been told to act. It's like push my buttons. See, it's like ja, I'll go clean. Yeah, you do that. Jag går och fyller skurvatten. Jag gör det. It's as if they give me orders. See, it's like I'll go get that thing in that room. Yeah, you do that. Okay. Another weird gaslighting thing I had with two caregiving staff people that were here. It's like on the back, and I go, I'll get the mop. It's on the balcony. This is the type of stuff that shows that they're weird. I had two caregiving staff workers in here, women too. Uh, and I go in Swedish. Jag ska hämta, vad heter det? It's like the broom, okay? Broom is like this, like a kit where I like the broom and then like a thing to sweep it into. And I go on the balcony and get the broom. I keep the broom on the balcony. And they go, what did you say? Did you say you sleep on the balcony? And I go, no. And they go, oh, I heard that too. See? That's weird. I have that on camera, okay? I have a recording of that. A lot of weird behavior. Where it's like, looks like gaslighting. It's like weird fucking behavior. Where it's like, I have two women in here. And I go on the balcony. I have the broom out there on the balcony. What you said? You said you sleep on the balcony? I go, no. I heard you say that too. See? And I have it on video and audio, what I said. Okay. So it's almost like, notice how it's like the behavior is very telling. Where it's like, act as if Mike said something crazy, even if he didn't. And then both of us join forces and be like, yeah, I heard that too. See? Weird little things like this. Many little weird things like this together become one big weird thing. Okay. And also it's like, as if you brief to act dominant around me because that's a pet peeve. People know I hate that. It's like, somebody told you. I'll go to the other room and fill up some water. Yeah, you do that. Okay, or something like that. Yeah, go ahead and do. As if like somebody's told. It's like, I'm not asking permission. Okay. I'm not a beta bitch. I'm telling you, I'll be in the other room doing this. Like, yeah, you do that. It's as if they were told. Why? Because I'm a person that has ranted and raved on my YouTube channel before. You know what I really hate? People speaking commanding language. See? It's like, do this, do that. See? It's like, oh, that's a button to push. Do you understand? It's like, I'm not the problem. It's congruent with what I'm saying. Narcissistic dog abuse tactics, pushing your buttons, things you said you hate is like suddenly do that to push those buttons. And then if you react to it eventually, go, oh look, this guy's crazy on hinge because he's reacting to long-term narcissistic abuse that's like maddening. He's the problem. So yeah, the new caregiving staff, there's been a lot of weird behavior from them too, I would say. And the old one, the past caregiving staff, here we go again. History repeats itself in rhyme sometimes. Old caregiving staff, after a long time of like enjoying their weird behavior, I start talking about, oh, and they do Darwin, what triggered in the psych ward. And there's been some red flags, I would say, for sure, with the new caregiving staff. There's been a change from the caregiving staff. And the new caregiving staff, there's been some major red flags, put it like that. Now, red flags can be whatever. It's like I'm trying to be careful with how you express myself. I support. There's definitely been things that the caregiving staff have been doing that look like behavior that I've seen from narcissistic, fine minds of narcissists before. And it's really despicable. Really despicable. Anyway, I gotta finish up. Everything I said is like so I personally believe in opinion, not as a take as a fact. It's compared to video.